இன்றைக்கி நாங்கள் வந்திருக்கிறதுங்கட்ட லண்டனை சுற்றி பார்ப்போமேன்னு சொல்லி தேம்ஸ் நதியில் படகு இருந்துச்சு. ஸோ படகுல ஏறி போய் பார்ப்போம்ன்றது தான் இண்டியான் பிளான். ஸோ இண்டியான் வீடியோவில் எங்கெங்கே சுற்றி பார்க்க போகிறோம்னா லண்டனை சுற்றி இருக்கிற எல்லா இடமும் உங்களுக்கு சுற்றி காட்ட போகிறேன். ஸோ பின்னாடி பார்க்க தெரியுது லண்டன் பிரிட்ஜ் இருக்குது, கொஞ்சம் மங்களாக தெரியுது, தட்ஸ் ஃபைன். ஸோ இந்த இருக்குது நாங்கள் ஏற வேண்டிய போட் இருக்குது. ஸோ முதல்ல போட்டுக்குள்ளே ஏறுவோம். ஸோ இதுதான் என்ட்ரன்ஸ். ஸோ என்ட்ரன்ஸுக்குள்ளே போனால் அப்படியே போட்டில் கீழே இருந்தும் போகலாம், மேலேயும் பால்கனி இருக்குது, அங்கே கதிரை இருக்குது. ஸோ ரெண்டுக்கும் போய் இருந்து பார்ப்போம்னு தான் பிளான். ஸோ இந்த வீடியோவில் ரெண்டு சம்மந்தமாக இருக்கும். ஸோ ஒன்று வந்து நான் உள்ளுக்குள்ளே உள்ளுக்குள்ளே எப்படி இருக்குன்னு சொல்லி முதல்ல உங்களுக்கு காட்டுவேன். ஸோ இதுதான் மேல் தளம். ஸோ மேல் தளத்தில் ஸ்டீலான கதிரைகள் இருக்குது. பார்த்திங்கன்னா தானே கதிரைகள் இருக்குது, பெரிய க்ரௌட் இல்லை. ஸோ கொஞ்சம் மக்கள் தான் இருக்கிறாங்க. ஸோ சந்தோஷமாக உட்காந்து நிம்மதியாக ஜாலியாக போகலாம். இன்றைக்கி கொஞ்சம் கிளைமேட்டும் ஓகேயாக இருக்குது. உள்ளுக்குள்ளே போவோம். உள்ளுக்குள்ளே மேலேருந்து கீழே இறங்குறேன். ஸோ அப்படியே போய் போட்டுக்குள்ளே எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பார்ப்போம். இந்த இதுலேருந்தே வியூ சூப்பராக இருக்குல்ல. ஸோ இதுதான் லண்டன்லேயே உயரமான பில்டிங்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ கப்பல் புறப்பட ஆரம்பிக்குது. ஸோ அது வரைக்கும் சைட் சீயிங் என்ற பேரில் சுற்றி காட்டுறேன். ஸோ மக்களே மறந்துடாதீங்க, லைக் பண்ணுங்கள், ஷேர் பண்ணுங்கள். இந்த ஸ்க்ரீனில் தெரியுதில்ல, அதே மாதிரி சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணி உங்களோட ஆதரவை தெரிவிங்க. ஸோ நீங்கள் ஆதரவு தெரிவித்தால் தான் இன்னும் நிறைய வீடியோஸ் போய் எடுக்க எனக்கு ஒரு உந்துதலாக இருக்கும். இதில் கமெண்ட்ரி கொடுப்பாங்க. ஸோ நான் கமெண்ட்ரிஸ் இல்லாமல் அவங்க சொல்கிறதை கேட்குறதுக்கு விட்டு விட்றேன். நீங்கள் அதை கேட்டு என்ஜாய் பண்ணிக்கொள்ளுங்கள்.
Should the very unlikely event of emergency happen, please remain calm, remain in the seats and await instructions from the crew. And on our journey upriver, we do have a little computer on with you, a little bit of a live commentary. Would that be a bit better, listening to a robot? Yeah, a few of you. We can also see you all downstairs on the cameras. Raise your hand if you would like a little live commentary, just to keep you safe from A to B. So we start off on our left hand side with the old battleship, the HMS Belfast, launched in 1939 D-Day and last fought in the Korean campaign. She now sits there as a little add-on to the Imperial War Museum. You can explore all the way from the engine rooms up to the top of the captain's wheelhouse side. You see the very tall building, the largest building in England. The sharp bad for drawing a triangle, isn't it? And up the top of the shot is a viewing platform. This building closest to the river. Just book your tickets online at the Sky Garden, London. Up ahead we have London Bridge, the world famous Tower Bridge. This one you see today is the 5th London Bridge to stand here. The first ever London Bridge was built by the Romans back in 43 colour. Still stands today over Lake Hammersmith. Now there's a gap in the building, it's over on your left next to Pickford's Wharf. They've just recently taken the mast down, a bit of refurbishment. But inside there, and the well sent off by Elizabeth I. And the Golden Hind, at the minute obviously it's not open to the public, but it's a good activity for the kids. They dress all the kids up in pirates. And over on the right you'll see some glass windows. There's a few people in there today. It's like a fitness and well-being spa, the Sun Loungers. When they installed those windows, they put them there for privacy, but they didn't think about the passengers on the boats looking in. Some days are better than others, believe me. Some days you don't want to look. Now over on your left hand side, the smaller building with the red windows. It's one of the oldest pubs along the river, the Anchor at Bankside. Very famous pub, in a few films, Mission Impossible, Getting to the Greek. And the Anchor at Bankside is over 400 years old. Used by many famous people in the past. Samuel Pepys, the famous diarist, even William Shakespeare and his actors would get changed in the attic before heading on down to the Globe Theatre. We'll actually see a replica of that Globe Theatre very shortly once we're through Southwark Bridge. Now Southwark Bridge, this one we're going underneath, is said to be the least used road bridge in the whole of London. Due to all the one-way systems and the back alleys, it is actually very hard to get on top. Now just behind that pier over there on the left, coming into view, the white building with a thatched roof. That's the only thatched roof allowed in London since the Great Fire of London in 1666. And inside the theatre, they perform your old Shakespearean plays, Romeo and Juliet, that sort of thing. They're not traditional open air theatre, so there's no roof across the whole of the building. And it's all kept traditional, no microphones, no lighting. You're not even allowed umbrellas in there, so if it does rain, you will get wet. And the last time we checked, there were tickets in there for just £10. £10 for live entertainment in London. Definitely worth it. The old power station, Bankside Power Station, it's now the second most visited modern art gallery in the world. Completely free. And on its opening day, it was only open for a few hours, you see. As no people were allowed to cross it, it started shaking, swinging side to side. Hence the name Wibbly Wobbly Bridge. Sometimes we get for it. I only asked the architect of the bridge, why is he doing this? What's happening? He said there's nothing wrong with my bridge. It's just the way you Londoners would. Unforgivable way. You can see St Paul's Cathedral over on the right. The Golden Cross on top. And above that dome is a viewing platform, 360 degrees views of London. But to reach the top, there are over 500 steps. Now to go inside St Paul's, little tip for you, we know how expensive it is in London. If you go on a Sunday, see we missed it today, on Sundays around 10 PM, it's open 10 AM, it's open for Mass, Sunday Mass. Free to enter inside, but of course it's a church, they'll get you at the end. You'll see a man walking around with a silver metal bucket. They simply ask for donations if you've enjoyed the service. And they ask for silent donations. They prefer silent donations. You can imagine it's very quiet inside St Paul's. You can expect when you drop metal coins in a metal bucket, it does make a loud noise. So they like the silent donations in there. It's your 10, your 20, even your £50 notes if he's enjoying it that much. And these bridges, we've got two bridges together. They're the Blackfriars Bridge. This first one we're passing underneath is the railway bridge. The station's actually on the bridge, some of the best views from the train platform. And there's solar panels on the roof that provide the station with up to 50% of its electricity use. Very eco-friendly. Featured up one of the various Mission Impossible films. See Tom Cruise running across the roof from one side to the other. And we have Blackfriars Road Bridge. And at this point is where we're leaving the saltwater and entering the freshwater zone. You see the river comes from the North Sea, southeast coast of England, and it comes in for 5 hours and goes out for 7. So we get 2 high tides here in London every 24 hours, and they can reach heights of up to 8 metres sometimes. You can see along the river wall where the green lines are. That's where the high tide lines are. And for the last few years, over on the right, you see all these cranes and barges. They're building a new sewer system. multi-million pound tour. See, the old Victorian one for London, made over 100 years ago, was made for the population from around 1 million people living in London. Now they're close to 11 million people. And the size of that sewer, you can actually fit 2 double-decker buses inside that sewer system. And it takes all London's waste out to a place on the south-east coast of England, Essex. They do get their own money. They send all their rubbish back to us via television. One of London's famous landmarks over there on your left, the Oxo Tower. It used to be a power station providing electricity for the Royal Mail Post Office. When Oxo took over, if you're not familiar who Oxo are, quite famous here in the UK for their stock cubes, gravy, that sort of thing. They took over in the 1920s and went to advertise on the side of the building their name. They weren't allowed back then to advertise on the vendors, so they went away and redesigned that tower and ordered glass windows. And put windows in the tower, they spelled out the company's name. They was taken to court over that, and they simply said it was just purely a coincidence. Windows spelled out the company. You see, over 100 years later, still free advertising. Now, along the River Wall on your right hand side, you see the green lions' heads with rings in their mouths. They used to be used for small boats. Now in London, they're used as a early flood. You see when the water rises to the level of their heads, London's at risk of flooding. I've made up a few rhymes to remember this point. When the lions drink, London will sink. Passing us on our right hand side, the HQS Wellington. It's an old Navy escort ship, mainly stationed in New Zealand. She sits there now as a livery hall for master mariners. If you don't know what a livery hall is, it's basically a drinking club for old seamen. 3 separate theatres performing around 1,000 plays per year. Now that building has been voted year after year London's ugliest building on Earth. Now up ahead, we're shortly passing underneath Two Bridge. Now sometimes you hear people call it the Ladies' Bridge because it was constructed by a majority female workforce. Back in the day, during the Second World War, while most of the men were away fighting, females, they constructed the bridge. It's made of Portland stone, you see. The face of the bridge is completely cleaner than the underneath. As you see, Portland stone is a self-cleansing brick. When it rains, it self-cleans. And ladies, you'll be pleased to hear this. Waterloo Bridge is the only bridge in the world to be built on time and under budget. Now passing us on our right, the building with a greeny roof and that flag is the Savoy Hotel, one of the best hotels in London, 5-star. Rooms range from around £1,000 per night. You're looking at about £20,000 per night on New Year's Eve for the fireworks. But it's fully worth it because included in that price, you get a full English breakfast. Over on your left, you've got the Royal Festival Hall. Many greats have performed inside there. Eliza Minnelli, Michael Jackson, Elton John, and my favourite, Frank Sinatra. Can't get it up.
இந்த லண்டனை
Genius.
ஸோ அதே மாதிரி அந்த மணிக்கூட்டு கோபுரம். ஸோ இது ரெண்டும் நீங்கள் பார்த்து தெரிஞ்சது தான், இன்னும் நிறைய வீடியோஸ்குள்ளே இருக்குது. ஸோ அதை பார்த்து தெரிஞ்சது தான்.
Now, for those of you getting off here at Westminster, please stay seated till we're fully safely secured alongside. Just for your own safety, there might be a slight bump as we touch the pin. And if you are getting off, just make sure you've got all your cameras, your phones, all your bags, purses, wallets, and most importantly, your children. You'll be surprised how many children get left behind on boats. My friend driving the boat's got 5 at home now. We don't need no more. They all speak different languages. Dinner time is getting very confusing. And just one last word about the commentary, ladies and gents. As I said earlier, we're not paid professional tour guides here. We're called Thames Watermen. We're simply your boat crew here to keep you safe from A to B. But we find you get a better overall experience, a more enjoyable experience, if we give you a little live commentary, much better than listening to that machine play. So what we get to do, as you exit the gate, we'll have a little silver champagne tip bucket. Looks like that. And that'll be next to me on the gate. If you've enjoyed the few words I've spoken for you today, would like to show a token of appreciation, then feel free to chuck what you like in there. And if you're wondering what happens to the money that goes inside that bucket, well, it doesn't go to waste, you see. It all goes to the research.
ஸோ இதான் கடைசி ஸ்டாப். ஸோ இறங்குறதுக்கு முன்னுக்கு உள்ளுக்குள்ள எப்படி இருக்கு, என்னென்ன இருக்குன்றதையும் உங்களுக்கு காட்ட போகிறோம்.
The pub. Whatever the outcome, have a
உள் வியூ அந்த போட்டுக்குள்ளே இருக்கிறது. ஸோ எல்லா மக்கள் எல்லாம் இறங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஸோ இதுதான் உள் வியூ.